All right. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Thanks so much for getting on. We've got lots of people on from all over the world, literally. And so I'm going to start off today with some announcements and some information that's very time sensitive and important before we get into the WorldVantage golf training and orientation process. And so first thing is we are extending the drawing for the backstage passes. We had a bunch of people buy tickets this week to the music festival and also to the breakthrough event in Miami. If you have not already purchased your ticket, we're going to extend the drawing for the backstage passes until Sunday. So you'll have until Sunday night when we start our corporate update call. We're going to cut off the signups at that point for the backstage passes, and we'll do the drawing. So you've literally got about 30 hours or so to get your tickets bought to go into the drawing for the 2 backstage passes. We're going to have this backstage pass experience during the music festival, during the day, where you get to go backstage. You'll meet some of the artists that are performing. You'll see the dressing rooms, like the backstage area. It's going to be incredible video and photography opportunity for your social media and for Bryte Lyfe, obviously getting a chance to get backstage access. Of course, everybody in our group is getting VIP access. Our ticket block is in the VIP Beach Club at the Country Bay Music Festival. Remember, on November 10th, on that Sunday, it's all day. And we also have an entire section just for Bryte Lyfe inside the VIP Beach Club, which is next to the stage, next to the water. It's got open bar, it's got food trucks and food opportunities for you there. So it'll be an all-day hangout on November 10th. So make sure you add November 10th to your hotel booking. And the special link to book at the Good Time Hotel is in the back office. And remember, they are waiving the $40 per day resort fee, which adds another like 20%, 30% off your room booking, because you're getting it for $149, which is like 50% off. This is high season in Miami. And so you need to make sure you go book the room block. The room block closes in a couple of weeks, and you do not have to pay now. You just make your reservation. Make sure you book the 8th, 9th, and 10th. You have to be a hotel guest on the 8th in order to get into the pool party on the 8th. We're going to have a special section reserved just for Bryte Lyfe people at the pool party at Strawberry Moon. This is the hottest pool party in all of South Beach, and so it's legendary. So this is a massive weekend for social media, for filming, for photos, for videos, for branding your Bryte Lyfe business. And so you need to make sure you take advantage of all of this. This whole weekend is really going to encapsulate the entire Bryte Lyfe brand, because we're going to have wellness, we're going to have personal development, we're going to have fun with the pool party, we're going to have an incredible VIP experience with the largest country music festival in Miami all day on Sunday in the VIP section. And some of you are going to be going backstage. So this is going to be really the ultimate weekend to really share what Bryte Lyfe is all about. So if you have not already purchased your tickets to the training and booked your room at the room block and bought your ticket to the music festival, what we're going to do, we've already sold over half of the early bird tickets, by the way. So remember, once the early bird $99 tickets, once we've sold 100 of those, the rest of the tickets are $159, and we will sell out. So we are limited at capacity at the breakthrough event with 300. So once we've sold 300 tickets, that's it. It's sold out. There will be no more tickets. We can't, according to the fire marshal code for the room, which we're going to be announcing this week. So please make sure that you get your tickets if you want to take advantage of the early bird. And we're going to include anybody who buys tickets to the breakthrough and also to the music festival in the drawing for the backstage passes. So if you buy a ticket to the training and a ticket to the music festival, that'll give you 2 tickets into the drawing tomorrow for the backstage passes. And we're going to give away 2 of these. And we're also going to be announcing a contest tomorrow, a promotion to get your own backstage pass. So you want to make sure you get everybody on the call tomorrow night, because we're going to be announcing this promotion to earn a backstage pass to the music festival tomorrow night. So lots of exciting things going on. You want to get in the drawing, get your early bird tickets before they're sold out. Once we sell 300 tickets and once the 150 rooms are gone in the room block, that's it. The hotel will be sold out. You'll have to stay somewhere else. That's assuming that you can still get a ticket to the event. So very, very important that you're promoting this to everybody in your team and talking about the music festival and making sure that everybody understands this is a great recruiting opportunity. But I want to remind you also something that I sent out in the groups and posted in the Facebook group. You cannot post our price of the music festival anywhere publicly. This is a very, very special deal that we worked and orchestrated. And here's something you should know. During the entire weekend of the Country Bay Music Festival, we are now a co-sponsor of the event. So the Bryte Lyfe logo, the Bryte Lyfe brand is going to be all over the music festival. Plus, they're also adding us to the Country Bay Music Festival website. They're going to be giving us a shout out on their official Instagram page. Lots of opportunities for us to be able to share our brand. But people are watching us. And so it's very important. We cannot publicly disclose what we paid for our tickets. This was a very special, exclusive contract with Bryte Lyfe. They're not even offering one-day tickets to the festival. You cannot even get them. It's $1,000 to get the VIP Beach Club. So we cannot hurt our partners, all right, by showing the price online publicly. So you need to be creative about how you post if you want to talk about the music festival. But here's something you should remember. If people are not asking you about your post, if they're not responding to you in your DMs, you are selling too much. Okay? You're saying too much. You're selling too much. You're being too salesy. Don't include prices. I don't even like talking about membership and the club. I like to make people wonder what it is. Give people FOMO. Make them ask you questions. So be elusive. You know, be planned whenever you make your post. Don't go sell, sell, sell. Oh, Bryte Lyfe is so amazing. I just saved 70% off. You can get your tickets for $259, 75% off. Nobody's going to ask you questions. If you're saying all the prices, if you're giving all the details, if you're using the company name, if you're selling, nobody's going to ask you anything, because then they'll just go do their own research. They'll go put the company name in and they'll think that they have all the information. So you want to drip. You want to make people curious. You want to give people FOMO. You want to say things like, I cannot believe I'm going to the biggest country music festival in all of Miami in the VIP section with all my friends and business partners, and I have VIP access and a chance for backstage. Saying something like that, not selling, not saying the brand, not saying that it's a travel club, not saying that it's Bryte Lyfe. Make people curious. So think out your posts before you post them, because if people feel like they're being sold, they will not respond. They will not DM you. They won't comment or message you based on your post if you're selling too much. People want to think that they're in control of the process, that they're in control of the flow. So please make sure you don't oversell, and definitely do not show the price anywhere publicly. You can use the festival to recruit. I've already done it. I've already recruited somebody this week, signed them up because they wanted to go to the festival. And obviously getting a ticket for $259 as opposed to paying $1,000, that saved them almost $750. That's literally 4 or 5 months worth of membership fees. Okay. So you can use it to sell, but don't post it publicly. Nobody wants to be sold. If you have friends that are into country music, that are into festivals, this gives you a reason to DM them. Don't think that you're going to post something on social media and everybody's just going to beat down your door to come hang out with you or to come join you. I've seen y'all's posts this week, way too salesy. They're not going to be effective. You've got to make people curious about what we're doing and not be so salesy. Don't be using a lot of asterisks and prices and savings. You need to make people feel like they're missing out on something or that they need to be invited to something. And you need to be the one actually making the invites. This is super important. You can't just post on social media and then just sit back and wait for people to show up. By posting it, then you can follow up with your friends that are into country music or into festivals. Hey, did you see my post the other day? do you want to come to Miami with us? It's going to be an incredible opportunity to come. You might have an opportunity to go backstage. You're going to have VIP access. Tell them about the Strawberry Moon pool party. I already have friends in Dallas that have been wanting to go to Strawberry Moon. This pool party is the sickest, the hippest pool party in all of South Beach. So these things that we're doing this weekend in November, it gives you the ultimate recruiting tool. Okay, so please use it effectively. Use it with your teams. If you see people posting price, make sure we monitor everybody. If you see people selling too much, give people tips and pointers. You know, we've got almost 100 people on this training, and everybody's watching our trainings after they're uploaded. But we need to make sure that we're policing our people and monitoring our teams. People get excited. They don't know. They didn't see this training. They didn't understand that they can't post the price. We are contractually obligated not to share this price. Okay, this is very important. If you want to continue to get these kind of amazing deals and VIP access, we cannot hurt our partners' brand and reputation and hurt their retail market. Yes, we can use this festival to recruit. Yes, we can use this weekend to recruit, but we cannot hurt our partners' retail market by posting our special deals and access publicly all over the internet, okay? You're gonna actually hurt us, not help us. So please type in the chat box if you understand this and if you'll agree to helping police, making sure nobody shares these prices publicly. Very, very important. Same thing with our room block at Good Time Hotel. You do not want to post these prices publicly. You want to make people curious, make people understand. Just type a 777 in the chat if you're on board with this, because we have to all agree to help police everybody and make sure we don't lose our contracts. I mean, these are our partners. We want to help them. We want to promote the festival. We're a co-sponsor now. I mean, they're going to have our brand everywhere. So we have to do our part and not share these prices publicly. I know you guys are excited. It's an incredible value. It's an incredible deal. And so thank you for posting in the group and sharing with your teams and making sure that we do not post these prices publicly because we are contractually obligated not to share them. And so it's very important that we're all on the same page. So monitor your teams, monitor your teams' posts, your people, and make sure that they do not post these prices publicly. Another announcement. We added last week the 1-year prepay. I want to remind you that the 1-year prepay option for the membership program has 2 important value adds, okay? One, you get basically 1 billing period free because you prepay for 12 months and you're only paying for 12 months, but because we bill on a 28-day billing period, you're actually getting 1 month free. You also get to take your first bucket list trip in 6 months as opposed to 12. So if you have people that can do the 1-year prepay, encourage them to do the 1-year prepay. If you watched our training from last week, you saw that one of our pointers for keeping people and lowering our churn and raising our retention rate was obviously getting people to prepay, getting people to pay and commit for a year. So this will help our retention. This will help your team size. It will help your growth. It automatically qualifies that person for a year into your team, into your volume. And so this is a massive advantage for us. So if people can afford it, have them do it. It's out of sight, out of mind. They've done it. And also, if you have somebody who prepays for a year as a customer only, and they refer 2 other prepaid customer onlys that prepay for a year, we will give them 1 more year of free billing. Okay, so this is a very special promotion. We talked about this during the pre-launch, but if a customer only refers 2 other prepaid customer onlys for a full year, once that happens, they will qualify for a full year of free billing. Okay, that's a massive, massive advantage, massive promotion. So keep that in mind. Encourage people, if they can swing it, do the 1-year prepay. It's going to help our retention, lower the churn, and part of what we talked about last week. And it gives them a 6-month window for their first bucket list trip. That option is in the shopping cart. So making sure you're talking to people about it, because we're not explaining that during the Zooms. It's a one-off basis. So talk to your people if you know who can swing it and who can't. So give them the option. Don't just assume that they are going to do it or they can't do it. A couple of other announcements. Monday is the twice a month Well Life call with Corey. So if you go to brytelifewellness.com, Monday, you can register for the call with Corey. That is happening on Monday evening. And so you go to brytelifewellness.com. You'll see it on your time zone. You'll register for it. And that is we do those calls twice a month. And here's some other exciting news. Corey has completed his first couple of modules for you, and we have finalized the programming on the back end to display them in the app. So over the next week to 2 weeks, you will see the Bryte Lyfe wellness videos and training content and video library go live. And then over the next few weeks, you're going to start to see personal development content as well. And we have some special announcements, especially for our VIP tickets at Breakthrough. We're going to have some special guests and some special announcements coming over the next couple of weeks. So trust me, you are going to want to be in the VIP seats and have close access to some of these special announcements that we're going to be making over the next couple of weeks. So keep that in mind. Don't forget to register for Corey's call. You will be seeing those new Well Life video modules go live in the app over the next couple of weeks. They look awesome, by the way. Corey did an incredible job. You're going to love them. He's got a 10-day how to get fit before your vacay. And then we also have some workout videos that he's done to help you work out if you're on the go or don't have access to a gym, some fitness hacks. And so really cool content that Corey's been working on for us, and everybody loved all the content in Tulum. And PS, by the way, if you did not upload your photos and videos from the Tulum trip, if you were on the Tulum trip, there is a very special Dropbox folder. You have until tomorrow night at midnight to upload your photos and videos. If you want them to be featured, we're doing a montage of the Tulum trip with photos and videos that everybody has collected and submitted. And so we're going to put all the videos together and then produce the video for everyone to see from the first wellness retreat that we did in Tulum. If you did not get that Dropbox link and you were on the Tulum trip, please message me after the training today and let me know. I'll send the link to you. You also should have gotten the early golf registration for WorldVantage in email yesterday. If you were on the Tulum trip, you were the first people to be registered on the WorldVantage program, and you're the only ones that will have access until it's fully live this week. So if you did not get that email and you did not upload your photos and videos, please message me afterwards. If you were in Tulum and you are a member, please make sure you send me that information afterwards so we can get you the golf registration and also get you the Dropbox folder so you can upload your photos and videos. If you don't put your photos and videos in by tomorrow at midnight, they will not be in the video montage, and so we don't want you to be left out. I know we had a ton of people take photos and videos of Ilios and of the snorkeling and of the sea turtles and all the stuff, and so any photos or videos you have from Tulum, please upload them in the Dropbox folder before tomorrow night at midnight. And so without further ado, I want to move into the official launch of our WorldVantage Golf Partnership. This is very important that you get your people to watch this training so that they understand some very important policies and procedures regarding the official partnership with WorldVantage. Now, just so you know the timeline, the people that were on the Tulum trip are in our beta test group right now of our enrollment process. Okay, so that started yesterday. So only the people that were in Tulum are going to have access to the WorldVantage program this week. Next week, at the end of the week, you will see the program go into the app. Okay, and it's going to be on the app itself for members only. So the only people who will see the WorldVantage enrollment program will be people that are active members. Okay, so this is really important to understand how this is going to work. When you log into the app, when it goes live, and we will send a push notification. I'm sure all of you have seen our new push notifications going live in the app when you're getting sales, when people are hitting rank. We sent out a push notification last week when the tickets went on sale for Breakthrough and the music festival. Those are all in the app. And just in case there's any confusion and people want to know about Breakthrough or about the details, okay, you go into your app, all right? And right here on the fire icon, you can see that you can get into the Breakthrough event. And if you want to see the video that explains all of the activities and all of the tickets and the way the tickets are going to work, you just scroll over here and you can play the video that explains the entire weekend. All right. And then right here on the app, you book your tickets. Okay. Now, whenever we have the WorldVantage Golf program, you're going to see a push notification. Okay. In here in your notifications. All right. And congrats, by the way, you have so many people to recognize tomorrow that if it ranked, I mean, this has just been since I've refreshed. We've got, you know, all these new sales, new members, new rank. I mean, my phone, literally, I have to keep it almost on the charger because we've got so many sales and notifications coming in. But it'll be right in here, just like this week, earlier in the week. And it's a lot. Let's see here. Wow. We did have a huge week. Congrats, everybody. I can't even find the push notification. It's buried in all these messages. So you're going to get a push notification when it goes live. So when it goes live, you'll get the notification in your app that the WorldVantage program is live for enrollment. Okay. And then it'll be in the app for members only. So make sure you understand that it's only for members, obviously not for influencers. And it is a member benefit for active members. The enrollment process will be inside the app. It will take you to the WorldVantage enrollment process, and you will be able to add your spouse. Okay, so if you have a spouse, spouses can use your WorldVantage membership through your Bryte Lyfe membership. Okay, so when you go to the enrollment process, you can add your spouse, and there will be a direct link to the enrollment process right inside the app. Once you enroll in the Bryte Lyfe page, or excuse me, on the WorldVantage page, and you add your spouse, then you will officially be in the WorldVantage database. Okay, they will cross-reference our active members and the members that are showing in the WorldVantage database. All right. Then, when it comes time to get your tee times, you will have a direct link in the app to request your tee time. Okay. The test group that is in currently from the Tulum trip are using a link. That link, after it's live in the app, will no longer be available to use. That's just for the test group until it goes live in the app. The tech team is finalizing the integration to have everything inside the app. And PS, by the way, we are the only company in the entire WorldVantage or Palmer Advantage network that has direct app booking access for these golf privileges. And I'm about to go through all the rules and what the protocols are and how to use them in just a moment. But I want to explain to you how the process is going to work and where it's going to be located and how you use it. When you go in to request a tee time, you will have to put in where you're wanting to play. There is a link that they will give you in your membership benefits in your confirmation email. And also it will be in the app that will show a list of all the clubs. I'm going to go through the rules surrounding the club names and publishing any of that information in just a minute when I go through the rules, okay? So you will see in the app the registration link, the tee time link, and also the list of clubs. All three of those things will be inside the app. Those are the only three things that you need, okay? So in order to book your tee times, you will click on that button inside the app. It will open a form. You put in your name, you put in your date, you put in where you're wanting to play based on what's on the list, and your phone number, email, your user ID, it will all be there. You put it in, and then that request goes to the concierge at WorldVantage, okay? Once their concierge team gets it, they will confirm availability based on what you put in, and they will contact you with your options, what the cost is, exactly what the availability is, what the tee times are. If you're taking guests, they'll confirm how many people are in your group and your party, and then you will play golf, okay? That's the way the process works. And so everything is going to be inside the app in about a week, okay? So stay tuned. You will get notified. We're finalizing all of the integration and allowing this initial test group from Tulum to go through the process, and we're finalizing all of that. And if you did not get that email from the Tulum group, make sure you message me afterwards so I can get that to you. Now, when you register, you're going to get a confirmation email from WorldVantage, and it's going to have what I'm about to show you. Okay. So this is the invitation that you're going to get in email form, okay? And this is going to also come to you with a list of clubs. The first thing that is super critical that you all understand is that this is a private, invitation-only membership association powered by WorldVantage. This is not a Bryte Lyfe program. It's a WorldVantage program. So anytime you go play golf and you're at any of these clubs, you need to make sure that you tell them you're part of WorldVantage, okay? They are not going to have any idea who Bryte Lyfe is. This is a partnership with WorldVantage. It is very exclusive. Essentially, right now, the only people that would have even the opportunity to be part of this are part of existing country clubs. So understand for a moment that this program is only offered to people who already have country club access. So they're already joining one of the clubs that's part of the network, or maybe even a club that's not part of the network, and they've spent thousands of dollars, plus they spend hundreds, if not thousands a month in dues to even have access to buy this, okay? And then they're paying for it. So it's really important that when we go represent Bryte Lyfe through WorldVantage at any of these courses, that we carry ourselves with the utmost of respect and etiquette and partnership with WorldVantage, because they will not have any idea who Bryte Lyfe is. This is through WorldVantage. So anytime you're at any of these clubs, you always need to make sure you say that you're there with WorldVantage. This is a massive advantage, and you also will carry a high level of clout and respect because of the partnership with WorldVantage and that club, okay? But making sure that you understand that. In addition to that, it is also paramount that you never post publicly the list of clubs, the names of clubs, or say anything in regards to what WorldVantage is giving you access to publicly, okay? This is a private affiliation, okay? And so we need to make sure that we do not share any of this information publicly. Yes, you can use this to recruit. Yes, you can use the WorldVantage value add, the membership benefits in presentations and with prospective members, but you need to explain to them that this is powered by WorldVantage and not use any specific country club's names, photos, images, green fee prices, or any of that. That's very important. So if everybody could share 777 in the chat right now and make sure you're all agreeing to help us police this with your people and your teams. This is why this training is so important, because everybody needs to understand before we get into this that all of this information is private, and it is only because someone is a member of Bryte Lyfe, not an influencer. None of these benefits are conveyed to influencers. So if everybody could just type 777 in the chat and agree to policing your people and agree to these terms, this is very important. Okay, thank you for the 5 of you of the almost 100. So if you're not watching, if you have your camera off, you're not paying attention, please go type in the chat right now that you understand this. This is super important. If we want to keep this benefit, we have signed contracts and agreed to all of this. So that means that you all have to agree to this. If anybody violates these rules or any of the etiquette or the procedures, or shares publicly these clubs' names, photos, or tries to sell using any of this private information, you could jeopardize the program for the entire company. This is very, very exclusive. I mean, this is such a huge deal. None of our competitors, okay, and nobody else even in the membership space has access to this without a country club membership. So please understand, this is something that they're doing exclusively for us. And so thank you to the 8 of you of the almost 100 that have typed 777 in the chat. I'm going to actually wait for everybody on here. Thank you. to type 777 in the chat if you understand how important this is. And if you have this on your camera and you're not paying attention, that's disappointing, because this is critical. I want to make sure that everybody understands that you could jeopardize this for the entire company by sharing any of these clubs. I'm not even going to share them today because I'm recording this. So this will not be displayed. Any of the clubs or the names of the clubs or any of the affiliations will not be described in this video, because this video will be shared with teams because it's so important. Okay, so thank you now for all of you that have responded. All right. So this is going to be sent to you along with the list of clubs. Okay, so you're going to see this walkthrough to understand the value of WorldVantage. And like I said, this is thousands of dollars in value. Private club access, member for a day golf events. You also have access to their golf planning. So if you even want to use it for your own groups or your own company or your own business or your own family, you can use their golf planning services for events. The concierge you're going to have available to them, that's going to be through our tee time reservation form. Your spouse is going to have these benefits. You're going to get announcements and newsletters, any changes to the program or updates directly through your email. So make sure that you register with the email that you want to get, and add them to your email list so they don't go into spam. And only people that go through the enrollment process through the app will have access to this. So you won't have access to this until you complete the registration process through WorldVantage. Okay, so it's a special link that will be part of the app. And so that has got to be done first. And then you've got to go through all of this new member orientation to understand the program and understand the rules and the parameters to be able to use it. Then you'll have guest access. You'll be able to bring up to 3 guests with you for your tee time. Weekends before 2 p.m. are generally not available. That's standard. In fact, a lot of country clubs make you pay extra even to have access to those times as part of an existing country club membership. So most of these places will not be available before 2 p.m. on weekends. Then you have member rates, green fee, cart rental tax, any other fees will be told to you during the time of booking. You will pay in advance. There's nearly 200 clubs in US, Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. And then there's some other clubs that they're affiliated with internationally. So if you're taking a trip internationally to England, Scotland, Ireland, you can put in your request through the concierge and they can see what they can do for you there. So they do have some partnerships and some relationships in those golf heavy areas. So if you put in your request through the concierge, they will respond to you and let you know what they can help you with. International, 300 plus golf venues in over 20 countries. Some of them are preferred rates. Some of them are special green fees, reduced cart fee, and some of these are clubs that you would not normally get access to. So all of that can be provided by the concierge. You put in your request through the app, and they will respond to you. Okay. So on here it says request tee time. That will be done through the app. They will check availability. They will let you know the cost. They will collect payment, and then you will play. Also on here, it says golf is offered on a space available basis. Before 2 p.m. on weekends, usually not available. Most clubs are closed on Monday. Clubs can be booked 10 days to 30 days in advance, but not all. Some are less than 10 days, but they'll let you know through the concierge. The general rule of thumb is that you're permitted to use each club 3 times in a year. Sometimes clubs will let you play more than that. The general rates are between $120 and $175 per player, price range. We talked about up to 3 guests. You cannot contact any of the clubs directly. Okay, none of the clubs will know who Bryte Lyfe is. That's also really important to remember. This is a WorldVantage benefit through Bryte Lyfe, but it is not a Bryte Lyfe powered benefit. So that's really important. Just like our travel is not handled, the fulfillment is not handled by Bryte Lyfe. It's handled by third parties, Travelocity, Expedia, Orbitz, Agoda, whoever it is that the third party fulfillment is through. This is the same way. Okay. The tee time bookings will be done through the app, but everything is powered and run by WorldVantage. Want to make sure we use that name at all times. And there is also fees for cancellation or no show. And it depends on the course. They'll tell you that when you make the booking, but most of those will be forfeited for no shows. Then there also is the special reserve series golf events. You will see them in the membership packet. They will send you with the list of clubs. You will see the special golf outings. Some of these are in partnership with the PGA or courses where PGA Tour events are held. You're going to get this entire document in your welcome packet, okay? And so you can also use the concierge directly through the app for business outings, special experiences. If you wanted to host a tournament or a mini tournament, you can also request that. They can see what's available in your area. There may or may not be fees, but they will help you organize these things. They did Ireland in 22. They're doing North England in 24. For the serious golfers out there, these are like once in a lifetime bucket list. That's why I want to really talk about these, because for golfers playing these courses, these are like the most famous courses, some of in the entire world. And so these special trips, there'll be more in 25 and 26. And there's still some space available for these, and you'll see these in the invitation. Okay, so just to reiterate, okay, complete your enrollment and registration through WorldVantage, okay? That link will be directly through the app. You will do that through WorldVantage. You will receive an email confirmation with all of your membership packet and credentials and the list of clubs. The list of clubs will also be in the app. Remember, cannot share the names of the clubs, cannot post the names of the clubs, cannot use the names of the clubs in any public posting format anywhere, okay? Really important. You're agreeing to all those terms and conditions in all of these handouts and documents. And so making sure you understand that your membership can be terminated as well for violating any of our contracts with any of our partners or vendors. Okay, so super important that you help us police our people, because they can lose their membership in Bryte Lyfe and in WorldVantage if they violate any of these rules. That also goes for all the golf etiquette, making sure that you follow golf etiquette. And if you've not played golf before at a country club, please go look at the country club etiquette before you go. There's some of that in this welcome packet, but making sure that, you know, attire, golf attire, appropriate golf attire, all of those things are followed. Any club rules, you could also ask the concierge if there is anything like that, but just understand that these are private, exclusive clubs, and they all have golf etiquette rules and standard golf attire rules. And so making sure that your teams know that, your members know that, and they're going to receive these this welcome packet in email form. And then the tee time link will be directly in the app. Okay, so that is the enrollment process for WorldVantage. Okay, so we are going to display this recording. And so you need to make sure that everybody on your team watches this, because this benefit to me is priceless. I mean, anybody who plays, here's the thing. Most people that are part of a country club, they don't even play golf once a month, okay? They literally probably play golf an average of every other month over the course of a year. That means that they're spending thousands of dollars to play golf probably 6 to 10 times a year. Okay, very avid golfers, they might not even play more than once or twice a month, okay? So you have more access than somebody that's paying thousands of dollars. And you can literally go to 200, 250 of these clubs, and obviously access to some of these clubs around the world internationally with preferred pricing. So saving, if you saved 50 bucks or 100 bucks or 150 bucks on your green fee, and you played 5 or 6 times a year, and you went to places you couldn't even get access to, your membership is paid for right there. So this is a massive, massive value add for Bryte Lyfe. And we just want to thank and respect our partner WorldVantage for this, because this is not available to anybody else. It's not available to any other membership company. It's not available with any other direct sales company. No one has this benefit outside of us. So this is a huge deal. All right. And then also remember that our members who join now, this is very important to include in your membership if people are asking. We are guaranteeing the price that members pay right now when they join. It is a very real possibility that as we continue to add more partnerships, I can't even talk about some of the things that we have in the works right now involving private jets, involving other travel vendors and partners. And so there is a very real possibility that as some of these monetary partners come on board, that there may be additional fees to add certain components of the membership. And WorldVantage is probably going to be one of those, because it is a very expensive benefit, okay? I'll just tell you that this is the most expensive thing that we've done for our members, okay, as far as what it costs us. And so once we get to a certain size, we will most likely, this is very important to understand, this isn't posturing or selling, this is just the facts of business, that once we get to a certain size, that if people want to add WorldVantage, they will have to pay an additional fee, okay? All of you that join now and have your price now, your price for your Bryte Lyfe membership is grandfathered, okay? So what you get now and everything we add now, you will not pay a higher price. If things are added later and people have to pay higher prices, you will not have to pay a higher price, okay? So this is very important, because as you're talking to people, it's like, I'll join in a couple months. I'll join, when I'm ready to book a vacation. No, do not do that. Join now, because you are getting locked in to whatever the value proposition is today. A year from now, we may have to charge an additional fee for this. And there may be other partnerships. We're looking at some other partnerships that will have some additional fees. And so you will be grandfathered in your pricing and your value, and you will get exclusive access or special pricing or preferred pricing because you're in now. So understand, there is a reason to join now, and there is a reason to contribute and to add your activities on the app whenever you join and download it, so we know what you're interested in, so we can direct our member experience department and continue to add value, just like the Country Music Festival. People are stoked about this. And this is just the beginning. I mean, when you think about this, we're about to have the coolest, hippest, most ridiculous entertainment experience that anybody in the direct sales industry has ever had. And we're doing this at our first live event. That's crazy. When you think about getting VIP access to the biggest country music festival in Miami and the biggest, most famous pool party in Miami at our first event, I mean, the other companies in the direct sales space and in the travel space and direct sales, they can't even think about doing these kind of things. They don't even know about it. They wouldn't even know where to begin. They don't have the resources. They don't have the marketing prowess. They don't have the relationships, the contacts. I mean, wait until you see what this weekend is. This weekend in Miami, November 8th through the 10th, is going to blow your mind. And then those of you that go get a chance to play at some of these clubs through WorldVantage, I mean, you would never have access to this. Never. You would never get to do this. These are bucket list, once in a lifetime things that most people do not get access to. They're never going to experience. Your friends are going to see you playing these golf courses, going to this music festival in the VIP section. We're going to have a special Bryte Lyfe section inside of the VIP section. Our logos are going to be on the screens all weekend, okay? We're going to be able to tell people about Bryte Lyfe there at the music festival. Think about the recruiting opportunity you're going to have there. And these our competitors, they're not even going to know. They're going to be like, what in the world? This is crazy. How is this company only a few months old? And this is the stuff that they're doing. Nobody else even has an app, even has technology. And we have all of this. Our app hasn't even been live for 90 days. So you think about what we're building here and what we're creating here. If you're not talking to everybody about this, people that are into travel, people that are successful, people that are motivated, people that are hungry, people that are looking to change their life, people that are looking to cross things off their bucket list, if you don't get motivated and fired up by this opportunity today and having access to golf and having access to that weekend in Miami and going to South Beach and doing something that's on everybody's bucket list, just so you know, Miami Beach is on almost every bucket list that's in our app right now. Almost every one. Miami Beach is one of the top 10 destinations in all of the 50. So you're literally going to a place that's on everybody's bucket list in November, to the biggest country music festival, to the hippest, coolest, hottest pool party at Strawberry Moon. Go to the Strawberry Moon Instagram page. Go put in Strawberry Moon pool party on South Beach. This is the pool party. And you're going there as a hotel guest, paying 50% off during high season in Miami, crossing off multiple things off bucket lists. You're going to be there with your signs, our beach towels. You're going to have an opportunity to get Bryte Lyfe gear that weekend. This weekend is going to literally change people's lives. From a travel perspective, from a bucket list perspective, this golf access that's going to be live in a week for all of you. And for those of you that were in Tulum, it's live now. You could go play golf this week if you were in Tulum. I mean, we're doing things that nobody has ever done before. And so if that doesn't keep you up at night, if that doesn't keep you inviting and texting and calling to get people onto the Zoom presentation tomorrow night, I mean, we're talking about Miami in every Zoom now. We're talking about WorldVantage in every Zoom now. This is an absolute no-brainer. If people literally want to stay in the matrix regarding travel, lifestyle, and entertainment, and they want to wonder how to do these things for the rest of their life, if they want to keep paying retail and you want to allow your friends and family and contacts to stay in the matrix, that's on you. How can you consider yourself a friend, a partner, a relationship, a contact, a spouse, a business partner, a colleague, and you're not sharing this with everybody you know? Why would you keep this all to yourself? I mean, to me, it's hard for me to sleep at night, and I've been doing this for 4 months, and I've literally been doing this for almost 30 years. And I can't sleep at night. I'm on every Zoom. I'm on every Zoom. I'm the top recruiter in the company. Nobody's signed up more people than me. I'm on every Zoom doing it every night, and I've been doing this for 30 years, and I can't sleep at night. And if that doesn't tell you something, then you don't get it. Because nobody has access to what we're doing. This is the only place where you can get this, where you can get this access, where you can get this pricing, where you can get this value, where you can play golf like this, where you can have these experiences. If you hang out with me for the next 10 years and you're part of this community, you are going to go everywhere on your bucket list. You're going to cross it all off. You're going to do things that most people just dream of. Do you know how many times over my life people are like, wow, Wes, you're so lucky. Wow, it's so amazing. Wow, how do you get to go to so many places? I wouldn't even know where to begin. How do you get to go to the Kentucky Derby? How do you get to do all of this stuff? People, I get these messages all the time. And that's just the ones who ask. That doesn't even include all the people who wonder but don't even ask me. You're going to be living that lifestyle. You just hang out with me. I mean, those of you that were in Tulum, you saw it. You came to Ilios. If you didn't post photos or videos of Ilios of us in Tulum, even if you weren't there, that's the type of FOMO. That's the kind of thing. These are experiences that most people never get in their life. That's what this is about. Changing lives, creating memories, creating experiences, not just with you, your partner, your spouse, your kids, your family, your friends, your colleagues. That's what this is about. That's why we started this. People have been telling me this my entire life. How did you get to do that? How did you do that? How did you go there? How do you go to the Kentucky Derby? I took celebrities this year to the Kentucky Derby. It was their first time. They were like, Wes, I would never go back to the Kentucky Derby unless it's with you. This is the only way to do it. You're the one that has the access. This is the power of what Bryte Lyfe is about. When you guys go to this music festival with us in November, this might be the coolest experience you've ever had in your entire life. I mean, this ticket is $1,000, and they sold out last year, a month before the event took place. So $1,000 ticket that will sell out. You can't even get access to a one-day ticket, and you're paying what we talked about. Okay, think about that for a second. We are doing things that nobody else has ever done, ever. Not let alone in the direct sales space. You can't even get access to this stuff in the world through any other company. We're not just trying to be a big MLM, a big direct sales company. We will be a billion-dollar brand. We will be a billion-dollar company. And the only way you will not be part of it is if you quit. That's it. Just like I said last week, pay attention, get excited, never quit. If you're not excited right now, if you're sleeping good at night after hearing all of this and seeing all of this, this is the beginning. This is our first event. Think about what our events are going to be like a year from now, 2 years from now. People are going to be like, you're a part of Bryte Lyfe? I've seen it everywhere. I mean, there's going to be thousands of people at this music festival. Our logos are going to be on the screen. You realize that all these other competitors that call themselves competitors, nobody will ever even see their logo. Nobody will ever even hear their name. Somebody tried to add me to the Cassia thing or something this morning. They've got like 73 followers. They've been in business for like 2 years. I've never even heard of them. People every day, it's like, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? No, because nobody's ever going to hear about them. Why do you think Secret just changed their name to Viago, right? Because they were failing. Everybody was miserable. The company was out of business. They were trying to sell the company. Well, what are we going to do? Well, let's just relaunch and change the name. Maybe that'll make a difference. Come on. They still don't have an app. They don't have any of the stuff that we have. They're not going to do any of it. They just relaunched a 10-year-old company with 300 people at an event in St. Louis. We're going to have 300 people at our first event, less than 5 months into business, and take over a music festival that's the biggest country music festival in Miami. They're going to have to see us do all these things before they could even think of it themselves. Why do you think they all have relaunched and have all added an annual loyalty trip? It's still not bucket list. Nobody has bucket list. When I met with the general manager of the Conrad in Tulum, and I have the admin dashboard. So I literally can go to any one of our vendors and suppliers, and I can show them what is on your bucket list, real time. Real time. This was her face. You know where your people want to go? You know what's on their bucket list? All of your customers, your 1,000 members? Yeah, I do. It's right here. And I can show any one of our suppliers. So when we're booking these 5-star bucket list experiences, and I go and I meet with the general manager or the sales director, and I say, this is how many people want to come to your destination. I'm paying for all of them to come on my card. Do you want us to bring them to you, or do you want us to bring them to the Four Seasons down the street, or the Ritz-Carlton down the street, or to the Conrad, or to the Rosewood, or to the Mandarin Oriental? Do you want me to bring them to you? Because I got the list right here. Y'all want to know what's number 1 on everybody's bucket list in Bryte Lyfe right now? It's Hawaii. It's right here. I have the whole list live. Nobody else has this data. No one. Expedia doesn't have it. American Airlines doesn't have it. Travelocity doesn't have it. Booking.com doesn't have it. Agoda doesn't have it. Secret, Viago, Experience, any of the other pretender, wannabe, Gifu, anybody. Nobody has this data. This is the thing that we're doing. Nobody is doing what we're doing. Nobody has what we have. Nobody has their own tech. Nobody has their own software. Nobody has WorldVantage. Nobody has access to the Country Bay Music Festival, to the VIP section with us in November. How many of these things do we have to do before you realize how special of an opportunity this is? and how this is the only place where you can get this. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So if you can sleep at night right now, you need to go watch this training again and understand what we're doing is revolutionary. This has never been done before. It won't be done again. They can try to copy us. They can try to copy, you know, the Viago and Secret. They just came up with an annual loyalty trip, real original. And you have to pay the taxes and the fees, and it's a Carnival cruise, like a 3-day Carnival cruise or a 4-day Carnival cruise. I wouldn't go on a Carnival cruise if you paid me to go on a Carnival cruise. No offense. It's just, I would never happen. Carnival cruise is not on anybody's bucket list. Okay. When you go on these bucket list trips, and we've got people that are coming up that did the 1-year prepay, when you go stay at some of these hotels, and those of you that were at the Conrad in Tulum, you know how we do it. You know what it's like. You saw it firsthand. This is going to be the best hotel that you've probably ever stayed at in your life. The hotels that these other companies are trying to do with timeshares and these gimmicky giveaways, trying to copy us, they don't have the data. They can't go in and get the deals that we get. They can't afford it. It doesn't fit in their model because they don't have any tech. They don't know what their members want. They don't understand what we're doing here. They can watch this and try to copy us. They'll be a year behind because it took us a year to get to this point. So we've got a 1-year head start. It's the first to market advantage. They can try to copy us. They can try to add. They're not going to be able to add WorldVantage. They can't. They won't do it. So people can watch this all they want. They're never going to get what we get. They're never going to get what we do because we're so far ahead of everybody. And the creativity with my internal team, the director of member experience, Eva, the stuff that we're working on right now, I can't even tell you about it. Like, you think WorldVantage is good? Wait until 2 months from now, 3 months from now. We're doing stuff that nobody else has access to. Nobody else is going to have access to. So I'm excited if you can't tell. And tomorrow night, we're going to have more crazy announcements, and we're going to do the drawing for the backstage passes. So make sure you go buy tickets today to Breakthrough. Get the VIP ticket. If you can swing it, trust me, it's going to be well worth it. We're going to have some special announcements. You're going to want to be sitting close. And then, of course, get the music festival ticket. And any of those tickets that you buy before tomorrow night, you're going to go into the drawing for the backstage passes. And then tomorrow night, we're announcing a sales promotion where you're going to be able to win backstage passes. So we're going to have a busy week this week. We just had our biggest commission payout yesterday that we've ever had. Every week, it's been bigger than the week before. We just had a massive sales week, more promotions this week than we've ever had, more people hitting rank than we've ever had. You saw the notifications just that I've had on my phone in the last 24 hours since I've reset them. And so this is something that nobody else has and nobody else is doing. And I want you to understand this, and I want you to make sure that you share this training with your teams and tell them this is going to be live, or it's going to be recorded as soon as this live is over. And so it's going to be there, and it's going to be in the back office. And we need to make sure that people understand our partnership with WorldVantage and also our partnership with Country Bay Music Festival, that we're not sharing the ticket price and we're not sharing any of the club names or any of that stuff. Very, very important that we respect our partners in these relationships, because this is very, very exclusive and very unique and proprietary. And we need to make sure that we're not overselling and making people curious and making people have FOMO rather than trying to sell. If people are not asking you questions from your posts, you're telling them too much, you're saying too much, you're selling too much. Just trust me. Okay. This week, you're also going to be able to order signs. And so that's going to go live on the app this week. So I had a lot of people asking about how to get signs. We'll obviously have them in Miami, along with some other merch and gear. But the signs will go live in the app this week. For those of you that want to order signs for your team, you can get together and do a bulk order. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I went a little longer than I planned, but I'm just super excited to be sharing this with you. We've got an incredible opportunity in front of us. Please invite for tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow night, our next live Zoom. I will be covering all of these new announcements and events, selling people on them. And then, of course, we've got our very special corporate update call with a very important tech roadmap update tomorrow night, and the Backstage Pass contest announcement, and the Backstage Pass drawing for everybody that buys tickets before tomorrow. So go buy your tickets today. Every ticket that you buy between now and tomorrow, you'll get an extra ticket in the drawing for the Backstage Passes. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great weekend. God bless.